Hi there, I'm Robert and you're watching Suburban Preppers. Now a little while ago you might remember I recorded a video showing what I said was the easiest emergency water filter on YouTube. Now that video done quite well by our little channel standards. You know, we got nearly 1,000 views, we got a few comments and a few thumbs up, so we were over the moon. For those who haven't watched that video, I'll leave a link in the description where you can watch it after this. But essentially you got a budget hollow fiber filter and a kit off Amazon. It came in a pre-packaged kit. You got a bucket like this, you drilled a little hole inside the bucket, you fitted the attachment, fitted a tube on it, and then you fitted the filter to the end of the tube and you used it like a gravity filter. Now it was really easy to make and really easy to use, so I still stand by the fact that it was one of the easiest emergency water filters on YouTube. So one of the upgrades I mentioned though was using one of these, the WaterDrop filter straws. So these filter straws are considerably better than the budget hollow fiber filters, which is why I suggested using one of these as an upgrade. And that video managed to catch the attention of the people at WaterDrop who make these water filters. So while the people at WaterDrop were very complimentary, they told me that I did do a good job in making the video, they said that they had an even easier emergency water filter. No messing about with buckets, drilling holes, anything like that. Just connect a few pieces and away you go. So the conversation went a little bit back and forth and they've sent me one out to try. But it gets even better than that. Not only have they sent me one to try, they've also sent me one to give to one of you guys. So first of all, thank you very much to WaterDrop for making this video possible. Now just to concentrate on the actual water filter for a second before we get to the gravity filter kit. Now the hollow fiber ones, they essentially work using hollow fiber filters and they do a good job. However, these WaterDrop filters, instead of relying on a single filter, they've got a 5-stage filter. Now I've got my phone because I've had to write them down here, so I'll just read out what the different stage filters are. So number 1 in the bottom here, there is a fabric pre-filter to get rid of any large chunks of debris out of the water, you know, stones, bits of mud, things like that. And then in this section just here, it has the hollow fiber membrane. Now these filter down to 0.1 microns. I don't know how big or small that is. All I do know that it's the very same filters that they use in kidney dialysis for patients where they've got kidney failure. So, you know, it's pretty good. If they use it on medical procedures, you know, it's going to be good for this as well. So just after the hollow fiber filter, there is another fabric filter. Just in case anything happens to get through, you know, it can get caught in a fabric filter. There is an activated carbon filter just in this upper section here. And then finally there's another fabric filter just in the top here, just to catch anything else that might have passed through the previous 4 stages. However, it's probably very, very unlikely. So this 5-stage filter kit, what does it do? You know, it's great that it's got 5 filters, but what does it filter out? So it filters things like rust, chlorine, sediment, bad taste and odour, as well as all the little bits of nasties in the water that might make you poorly. So the filter itself, it is really quite versatile. You know, you can use it, first of all, if I can get the top off, you can use it as a straw. So take the bottom cap off, stick it in your water source and drink it as a straw, kind of a little bit like a life straw. Probably shouldn't say another brand of product on here, but you know, most people know what a life straw is, so if I say that, you'll know what it is. But also, while you've got the cap off, it's threaded at the bottom, so I'll just reach into my belongings here. You can get a regular pop bottle. I'll just take the lid off. So if you imagine you've filled up this pop bottle with your dirty water, water's just behind me. You can screw it on and then again you can drink it. Tip it up, obviously, and either have it as a gravity filter or drink it as a straw filter. Don't worry though, if you don't have a pop bottle to hand, in the package with the straw, they also give you a collapsible water bag. So this bag is 480 milliliters or 20 ounces, and like I say, you can unscrew the cap off there, and it screws on the threads on the bottom. What you can do as well, if you've got the larger pop bottle, you can fill the pop bottle up with the dirty water, keep this one for clean drinking water. So on the top of the straw, it actually unscrews, and it's also threaded in the top, so you can screw your bottle onto the top as well, so you can get your clean water into the bottle directly, ready for you to consume later. Sorry, I've got a public walking path just a few meters away, and it's lunchtime, so people keep walking past and they keep looking, thinking, who's that weirdo in the trees talking to himself? So yes, anyway, when you take the top off and you can screw the thread on, it also helps for cleaning. You can back flush this by squirting clean water back through it and out of the bottom. It just cleans out any big chunks. And lastly, on the bottom, where you can screw the bottle into, or you can pop it into the water directly, it also has a tube on it. Like I showed you in the previous video, you can connect a length of tubing onto it, and you can use it as a gravity filter, which is what I suggested in the previous video. Now again, I'm back on my phone. I've got some facts and figures wrote down about the straw filter. So this is taken directly from WaterDrop. This is not my experience, what I'm going to read out, so just bear in mind this is straight from the maker of these, the manufacturer. So WaterDrop claim that these filters have a flow rate of up to 750 milliliters per minute and can refill up to 750,000 half-litre water bottles. So that is a capacity of 370,000 litres. No, it's not. 375,000 litres of water. So it's a lot of water. Now, to get the maximum capacity out of these, obviously they do take a little bit of maintenance and looking after, just to make sure that you're prolonging the life of the filter itself. Things like cleaning it regularly after use, like I showed you, where you can connect the bottle onto the top here to back flush it, so that will obviously prolong the life of it. But also, one of the crucial things for these is, once they are used, do not store them anywhere where they'll get past the point where water freezes, because any water that stays inside of here, when the water freezes, it will destroy the fibers inside the filters and make it useless. Also, keep in mind that the 375,000 litres will depend on the quality of the water going in. So I've got a pond just behind me. Obviously you'll not be able to see it because the camera's pointed up to get my face in rather than down to get the water. So I wouldn't expect to get 375,000 litres of water out of a pond where the water's still, it's not moving, and any contaminants that are in the water won't get diluted with additional water, etc. Whereas water from a river or a stream, obviously it's constantly moving. So let's say somebody poured some chemical into a pond, into a river rather, and the water just kept flowing and flowing and flowing. Eventually it's going to dilute that chemical to where it's not going to be as harmful as it would have been undiluted. Also, another thing to keep in mind, the activated carbon in this filter, it is only good for 5,000 litres. So obviously 5,000 litres is a considerably smaller number than 375,000 litres. However, again, it comes down to the water quality and likely contaminants. So the pond that's just behind me, I would expect to only get 5,000 litres out of the straw. Whereas water taken from a fast-flowing freshwater river, you're probably going to get more towards the 375,000 mark, provided you're taking the steps to maintain this and keep it in good condition. So anyway, that's enough of me waffling on about the filter. Let's see what you actually get in the box. So obviously I've opened this box already. I've got the other box just down here. The box that you will get if you are the winner, it will be a sealed box. So the open box, you get a bag. This has a length of tubing, it has a clamp on the tubing, and it also has a strap to hook it around the tree that I'm leaning on. It has the water bag itself, so with this you dunk it in the water, you fill it up, you hang it up on the tree, and then you connect the tube on the bottom and the water filters through the tube. And finally, this is sealed. Obviously I already had this one, so I've not opened this bag, but in this sealed bag you get one of the straw filters, and also you get one of these collapsible water bottles. Like I say, I've already got them, so I've got a few of these actually. So for me, like I say, I've got the bottles. I've marked one as dirty water and I've got one for clean water. But yeah, so because I've already got one open, it's pointless opening another one. So I'm going to quickly take all the bits out of the packaging and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've took everything out of the packaging and I've zoomed the camera out as well so you can see the water just behind me. So we've got the bag. So this bag, also on the bottom, it has a little shut-off valve, so once the tube's in, obviously it lets the water flow, but when the tube is not in, it seals it shut and the water doesn't flow out. So you've got a little clip just on the top, just open that up, and that is the bag there. It says it holds a maximum of 1.5 gallons, and it's got little markers on for 1 gallon and also for half a gallon. So I'll just zip my pockets up, make sure nothing falls out. Make sure the microphone's on so it's not going to fall in the water. And let's get some water. So I'm just going to step into the water. We'll take the little bits of debris out. Knock them off. So where's the guides on? We've got about 3/4 of a gallon of water there. So what you then do is you roll it over a couple of times, and that you get your little clip and clip it together, and that seals the bag, you know, so the water's not going to come out. Well, a little bit came out, but you know what I mean. So we'll hang it up, bear with me. So I've just put the strap around the tree just here, and it's got little carabiner type clips. It's got little loops on this, so we'll clip one on there and the other one on the other side, and then the bag just hangs just as it is there. So my hands are really cold now after being in the cold water. So we'll get the tube out, and I'm going to lock the tube. First of all, push where as you lock it in, it ratchets shut and it stops it flowing through. So that there has got the tube pinched, and I'm going to connect that into the bottom and it should flow into here. And so straight away it's filling up, and I've obviously not nipped the tube enough. And I can't nip it enough. So we'll take that back out, 2 seconds. Right, so bear in mind, I mean, it's that cold I can't feel my fingertips, they are numb. So I've turned it around and I'll just bring it in closer. So, don't know if you can see on the camera there. It looks to be squashed shut now. I can't get it to go any further. So we'll try that again. Okay, so it's still going through, so that's obviously something to be, like I say, I physically can't squeeze that any further, and the water is still flowing through, whereas it shouldn't be doing that. So that is something to keep in mind. The clamp, it slows the water down, but it doesn't stop it. So let's bring it up higher than that. We'll just empty that out first of all. Like I say, that is one thing to keep in mind, the clamp, although it may be, like I say, because I can't feel my fingers, so I can't get it closed anymore. However, it isn't working, so for whatever reason. So just take the lid off. Again, I'm struggling because I've got no feeling in my fingertips anymore. I've had to put my gloves on, like I say, my fingers are absolutely numb. So I've got the cap off, and also I've got the pipe exposed. The connector rather, so I'm going to connect the tube on. Okay, I've just made sure that it's connected on really quite far rather, and I'm just going to release that so the water should flow. Now with any luck, the water should start coming out of the straw. Obviously it's a few drips. I don't want to drop it to the floor, so you can see there. So the water is flowing out. Take my gloves off. There. So I'm just letting a little bit of the water flow out, and I'm just going to get the clear container that I've got. So yeah, so anyway, that's a water filtering through. If you've got a brand new filter, if you win this or if you purchase one, just when you connect it up or whatever, you know, just put some water through first, because you might get a little bit of like the charcoal debris or whatever coming through. I mean, the fiber filter should pick that up, but just to be on the safe side. So anyway, we're going to get some water into our cup. I don't know if this will be at 750 milliliters per minute or not. I mean, it's going fairly quick, you know. It's okay. So I've just, because like I say, I can't get this clamp to clamp shut properly, I've took it off the bottom of the bag. Like I say, it's something to keep in mind. On the other water filter kit where it had a clamp, it did indeed stop the water flow, but this one, like I say, it doesn't appear to be. So I'm just going to give a quick blow through the filter just to just gets any water out of the filter. I'll put that on and I'll pop it in my pocket for a few minutes. We'll get the water. So I'll come up to the camera. Now obviously it's not a clear container, so it might not look clean, but looking in the top, I'll see, you know, it looks clear to me. So let's have a little taste, see what it's like. Tastes like water, surprisingly. Like I say, just normal water. Step back a bit from the camera now, because obviously I'm having to kneel over to be in the shot. Yeah, so just water. So very quickly for back flushing it, so I've got my clean filtered water and I've got my empty bottle, and we've got a nosy seagull coming just over there to see what I'm doing. So you've got your bottle with a little bit of water in, and then you unscrew the straw section, take the bottom cap back off. So where the straw section was, you screw that onto the bottle, and then you just tip it upside down and you squirt the water through. Some is running down the side. I think that's because of these stupid plastic seals, but it is coming out of there as well. And that just keeps the water filter clean. Now if you're wanting one of these WaterDrop kits yourself, or if you're wanting to get one of the straws, I will leave a link in the description below to these items on Amazon in the UK where you can purchase them. So these straws, they come as a single pack, or you can get a twin pack, or you get a 3-pack. It's up to you if you want to buy one. Now something to keep in mind, that when you buy them, if you buy a single one, you get one of the collapsible water bottles, but also if you buy a triple pack, you still only get one of the collapsible water bottles as well. So if you're wanting more of the collapsible water bottles, just keep that in mind, you only get one per purchase, essentially. And as well, like I say, you can get the gravity water filter kit on Amazon. The link to that will be in the description below as well, where you'll get the bag, the pipe, the water filter and one of the bottles, and also the strap. Now do please keep in mind that these are affiliate links. If you do purchase using one of my links, while it won't cost you any extra, Amazon may pay me a small commission for sending you their way. It's only a few pennies here or there, but I just need to make sure that you know, just for transparency, to make sure I abide by the rules. But while I'm telling you about where you can buy one, if you're watching this video, you probably don't want to buy one. You want to win one. You want to win the one that I've got just down below. So you're probably wondering right now, what do you have to do to be in with a chance of winning your kit? So first of all, you have to be located in either England or Wales or in Scotland, and you need to have a postal address within those locations. I apologise to people if you're in Northern Ireland or anywhere else in the world. Unfortunately, you can't enter this competition. Like I say, you need to have a postal address in either England or Wales or Scotland. Second of all, you need to be a subscriber to my channel, and I will check, so don't be trying to pretend, oh yes I'm a subscriber, when you're not really, you know. Stop being shady, press that subscribe button. So are you in England or Wales or Scotland, and are you also a subscriber? Jump in. Good. So you have to do a couple more other things though. It's not just as easy as that. So the first thing that you have to do is give this video a thumbs up. Done that? The second thing that you have to do is leave a comment in the comments section below telling me what the capacity of the carbon filter element is. So how much water can you filter through the activated carbon filter? The third thing that you have to do is go on to my other video, the easiest emergency water filter on YouTube. I'll leave a link to it at the end of this video. And once you're there, you have to give that a thumbs up. But also you need to leave a comment on that video telling me which part of Great Britain that you were in, whether it's in England or Scotland or Wales. And that's it. So this video, by the time I get it home and get it uploaded, edited and whatnot, you know, it'll be live on the 18th of March 2025, and I'll leave this competition open for 2 weeks. I will close the comments off on the 1st of April 2025 at 12 noon. Any comments after that, maybe the April Fool, won't you? You know, but no, any comments after the closing date unfortunately will not be entered into the competition. Now, as soon as I can, after 12 noon on the 1st of April, I will come on and I'll check for all the entries and I will choose a winner. Now, once I've chosen a winner, there are a few verification steps to go through. One, just to make sure that you meet all the criteria to enter the competition, and two, also to make sure that I'm actually talking to who is the winner. You know, unfortunately, YouTube is like other social media type platforms and there are scammers everywhere. So I might say Joe Blogs has won and Jane Blogs might say, oh yeah, that's me, I've won. You know, so I just want to make sure that I get it to the right person who's actually won the competition. So there will be a few verification steps to go through. It's nothing painful, don't worry, you know. So, but yeah, just to make sure that we're getting it to the right person. Now, I just need to make sure that you all know, for legal reasons, that this competition is absolutely nothing to do with YouTube whatsoever. They are not endorsing it, they're not promoting it, nothing like that. It's not linked to YouTube in any way whatsoever. It just happens to be that YouTube is the platform that I'm using to do this giveaway. And also, while WaterDrop did very kindly provide me with the extra kit to give to one of my subscribers, they did not tell me that I had to do this video or whatever. So again, this giveaway is nothing to do with WaterDrop other than they provided the prize. It is me that has decided the criteria, who can enter, who can't enter, the dates and so on and so on. Like I say, so it's not anything to do with YouTube, and also apart from solely donating the prize, it's nothing to do with WaterDrop. So just make sure that you are fully aware of that. So very quickly, if you haven't done it already, do go and give this video a thumbs up. Make sure that you are a subscriber. If you're not, press that subscribe button and go to the comments section below and tell me how many liters of water the carbon element of the filter can make safe. And the other video that you need to go to, I'll put a link to that just here, so you can click to that and you can complete the second part of the competition. So with that, I'll say thanks for watching and bye for now.